Hey guys, you're listening to TayRadio on this beautiful Friday. I'm your producer, Gigi Gonzalez.
I'm your host, Brandon Gomez.
I'm your co-host, Emma Romero.
And I'm your co-host, Annalie Reyes.
Make sure to tune in every Friday at 4 p.m. for our live shows.
And as always, don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at TayRadio Marin.
Welcome back to TayRadio, everyone. I'm your host, Annalie Reyes.
And I'm your co-host, Sandy Hernandez.
And I'm your co-host, Min.
Today, I wanted to share with you guys a quote that I'm going to say it in Spanish and then in English. And the reason why I'm going to say it in Spanish is because our show is going to be about Latin America. So, solo tienes dos opciones, avanzar o inventar excusas, which is translated in English as you only have two options, move forward or make up excuses. Today's show, we will be talking about the independence of Latin America, and we know that it already passed, but we want to just take some time and celebrate the Independence Day, and we're going to be talking about how each country celebrates their Independence Day and also how we celebrate Independence Day here in the United States.
But before we do, I kind of wanted to ask Santi why she chose that quote.
So I chose the quote because since we're going to talk about Latin America, and I am a Latina, and I see how my family works, and we come from the very bottom, and now we're okay. We have a better life today, but growing up, I saw my parents, come up with ways to move forward instead of making excuses. A lot of people sometimes, I think in every household, you will always have challenges economically and challenges mentally with situations that come up. So in my family, I've always seen that my parents always look for options. They always look for different routes and different solutions. And I never see them come up with excuses of like, oh, I don't speak English and I can't do this, or oh, I can't do this because I don't have this or that. They're like, there has to be a way no matter what. It might be different from everybody else, but there has to be a way, and we're constantly moving forward. And that is one of the reasons why I'm where I am today, was because they taught me to move forward instead of making up excuses. And I think that happens to a lot of people. So that's why I chose that quote.
Thank you for sharing that. It's amazing like how like a quote can say like mean something to a person, like, and I think it's a good idea like of sharing more information to our audience, and so that they can know a little bit more about us, because they only hear about us like once a week, right? So only Fridays, and we hope you guys do like learn about us a little bit more, and hopefully we can hear more about you guys too in the comments, because we like seeing people commenting on our show. So yeah, so we do want to talk about some history of the Central America and how they colonized. So Min, how and why was Central America colonized?
That's a pretty good question, Annalie. Imperialism was the reason why South America was colonized by Europeans' country. It began in the late 1400s, following Christopher Columbus' journey. The Spanish and Portuguese were the first to colonize many parts of South America. Their goal was to mine for gold and silver and to farm for tobacco. They accomplished their goals by using the natives to do the work for them, by establishing a system that rewards the conquerors with labor of non-Catholic people. In this case, it was the indigenous people in South America that were entitled to work under them. And by this system, they have labor, and they force the natives to convert themselves into Catholic. In some places, the systems killed many natives. They later on imported slaves from Africa to help them with the labor work. The first country to declare independence was Colombia in 1810, and the last was Suriname in 1750. And Annalie, can you tell me about how Guatemala gained its independence?
Absolutely. I think it's pretty amazing how my ancestry is because it relates to this. Because what's called Guatemala was conquered by the Spanish, and Hernandez Cortez was the one who conquered it in 1540. And during this time, there was not much restriction in the Antigua. It's like the city of Guatemala, or not the city of Guatemala, but it's like an old town of Guatemala. And but like later on, Guatemala felt like they needed their own independence. They didn't like how they were being controlled by Spain. So Guatemala was going to annex their region to Mexico, but the leader of Mexico, who came from Spain, because Spain was conquering Mexico, and this guy was named Agustin de Iturbide. I don't know if it's in Spanish. Let me try it in Spanish. Hold on. Agustin de Iturbide. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, but he did fell in power in 1823, which gave that push for Guatemala to seek independence. And after the leader of Mexico fell in power, Guatemala was gonna did join the Central America Federation, which was a group of countries, and these countries were Nicaragua, Costa Rica, El Salvador, and Honduras. And each region had different wants and didn't come to an agreement. So each region became their own independent nation. And that's when Guatemala got their final independence, where they're an independent nation. And the reason why I say it was like in my ancestry is because like part of my like my great great grandfather was from Spain, so, or somewhere around that. So like that's how interesting I see it from my perspective on that, like how you know a little bit more about like where your regions are from, just looking through history. So we do hope you guys learned a little bit more about the history of the Central America. Maybe it wasn't that detailed, but we like tried our best and explained what we learned a little bit from our research. And next we'll be playing a song by Crape, and we'll be right back.
Yo, CeeLo killed this shit.
Yeah, she made me heartless. She hopping in the mosh pit. Yeah, she made me wanna drop. She made me wanna lock it. She wants my mind, I lost it. She wants my heart, but it's rotten. Yeah, I got a black heart, I'm a rock star. Running out of patience, baby, I'm not a doctor. Running past my enemies, but I think I lost her. Stuck up in the clouds, in my thoughts, I need to talk to her. Talk to her. Talk to her, it's a massacre. My mind's starting to blur. Yeah, I need to find the light. Spent too much time in this darkness. I was so low, she told me she's my mistress. I was tripping out, all I did was listen. Rolling up again, I know I'm a misfit. You fucking with my mental, please keep your distance. Yeah, stay away. You bring me so much pain. You a demon, I can see it in your fangs. I can't think cause you f***ing with my brain. I'm starting to feel sick, but I can't feel shit. Yeah, numb to the touch, but the emotions are built. I'm in the clouds, baby, I'm about to trip. Yeah, I'm about to flip. Yeah, she made me heartless. She hopping in the mosh pit. Yeah, she made me wanna drop. She made me wanna lock it. She wants my mind, I lost it. She wants my heart, but it's rotten. Yeah, I got a black heart, I'm a rock star. Running out of patience, baby, I'm not a doctor. Running past my enemies, but I think I lost her. Stuck up in the clouds, in my thoughts, I need to talk to her. Running through this maze, backward to the face. I don't feel phased, but I've seen better days. And I wish I can go back, And I wish I could do it with you. And I wish I could just talk to you. Yeah, king of the underworld, the devil is you. Yeah, she fed me all these lies, yeah, I don't even know the truth. No, yeah, girl, I don't know. You putting on a show, she's putting on the powder, yeah, she's sipping on the snow. Yeah, we
Welcome back. The artist you were listening to was by Crepe. You can stream his music on all platforms. If you are or know a local artist, send your music our way via email or DM at TayRadio Marin to be mentioned on the show. So I'm not sure if I told you guys all this already, but my mom is from Guatemala. So well, both my parents are from Guatemala, and so Guatemala, I wanted to share you guys how Guatemala celebrates Independence Day. They obviously do celebrate it with a lot of honor, and many schools participate in marches. So students who participate in bands practice for months to prepare for marches, and it's basically a parade. There are fireworks at the end of the festival. And I did wanted to add that I lived in Guatemala for a year, like when I was like 5 or 4. And I went to a school, and I remember the teachers picking a person, like 2 people, like a girl and a guy, or girl and a boy, sorry, to hold the flag of the Guatemala flag so they can, go on the marches, because students would participate in the marches. And I remember we would go on the march around the town, and it was like an hour or 2 of walking. And I remember I wanted to go back home because I was just so tired, and it was out in the sun, but it was cool. I liked the marches. I still remember kind of the beat of it. They were just hitting the drums and marching with their uniforms. So yeah, but I think it's more fun when it's later in when it's darker. I'm not sure if I'm explaining it right. When it's evening, when the sun doesn't hit you that much, but yeah, I like it when it's dark, because after that you see the fireworks, and I like seeing the fireworks a lot. And yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing, fun day if you do go to Guatemala.
Listening to Make It Through by VN and Freedom on TayRadio.
I didn't have time to be a kid. The drinks and the fighting, I barely slept at night. But you know what? I am who I am because of my experiences. I'm strong, and I made it through. All of the struggles that I went through, doing anything I can just to please you. Going out of my mind, what can I do? Can't you see that I'm just trying to make it through? Just trying to make it through. When I look back, couldn't fight back, didn't know what to do. When I look back, could have said what I meant to. When I look back, you can say that I made it through. Sometimes I lay awake at night thinking, what do I do? It's hard to stay strong with the things you go through.
So Santi did mention that her parents are from Guatemala, so I wanted to ask her what was her experience if she went to Guatemala before. Like, how's her experience over there when they celebrate Independence Day?
Yes, of course, I'd love to. Well, I was actually born in Guatemala, so I'm a full Guatemalteca, and I carry the tradition of Guatemala. When I travel to Guatemala and I celebrate the Quince de Septiembre, which is what we call it, in my small town we have like a festival, and there's a lot of games. Like, it's kind of like the Marin County Fair. We have one over there, and it's fun because you mentioned it. They have a parade, and you see children of all ages, and it's amazing how they can dance with instruments. You know, they have trumpets, and there's this instrument that looks like a big keyboard, and have like a little stick at a stick, and they like bang it. And I don't know how they do. The girls, they're like swinging around, moving around, and they play the instrument, which is amazing. And it's a tradition that all the women buy, in my town at least. It's a tradition that all women buy new clothing for the Independence Day, and they would wear the traditional clothing, which is called a corte, and it's kind of like Annalise shirt, but it's more like it's made out of it's woven, and they have like a dress, but it's very long. And women, you will see a lot of women wearing their most amazing clothes that they have for the celebration of the Independence Day. And here, actually, I do not celebrate it, but this 15, I was invited to be a photographer for a car. I don't know how to call it, when the cars follow one another and go around a parade. Is it a parade? It's called a parade. Okay. So here in the United States, that's what they do. I did not know this, but a lot of the people of Guatemala and Costa Rica, and a lot of people get together here. And I believe they had one here in the Northgate Mall this 15, and they were just in their cars, and they would just have the flags, and they would just go around the neighborhood. So that's how they celebrated. And I was fortunate to celebrate it this year. I normally don't celebrate it, but I was part of that car parade, and it was really fun. I got to see a lot of people. So
That's nice. I didn't know that they did that, but I've seen photos like where they take pictures of there's like the car, and they have the flag on top of the it's like, it's not the roof, it's like right where's the engine, you know what I mean? There's like the flag there, and I saw it on Instagram, but that's nice. And I personally, like, here in the United States, I don't really celebrate Independence Day. I mean, it's just like we just like celebrate it as a family, you know, or we call our family in Guatemala, and we like say Happy Independence Day, you know. But yeah, it's not that like, I feel like you can feel it more when you're in Guatemala. Like, you feel that like energy is like, yeah, Independence Day, you know. But yeah, I don't know if Min wants to share like what she does for her Independence Day, whichever, like in the United States or wherever she wants to share.
Okay, for Independence Day, like my parents, like from my parents' country, they don't have an Independence Day actually. So for like 4th of July, we just like stay home, and they like just like get off of work, you know. And like, well, like when I was younger, we would like go and watch fireworks by the beach. But like, well, since I'm in high school now, they just don't go out anymore. So I spend that day gaming and like buying discounted video games.
And
Wildfire season is here again. Pacific Gas and Electric will turn off electricity when there is extreme fire danger to reduce the risk of wildfires. Marin residents need to be ready in case of prolonged power outages. First, you can sign up to get notifications about planned power outages. These will tell you when the power outages are likely to happen and how long the power will be out. To receive notifications, text your zip code to 888777. Second, be sure to have a working flashlight, enough food and water for 3 days, and other necessary items stored in your house and or your car. Third, learn about how to prepare to keep your family safe in case of a wildfire or extended power outage. See emergency preparedness information on the readymarin.org website. Please text your zip code to 888777 to get on the alert system today.
Are you in an unhealthy relationship? Are you a victim of a crime? Need someone to talk to? Well, the Victim Witness Program is able to help you by giving you the support and help that you need to be safe. You can call the Victim Witness Program at 415-473-5080. Again, the number is 415-473-5080.
I do remember that this may be off topic, but I do remember that so like in Guatemala there's a tuk-tuk, and I discussed it with Min, and they call it the same thing in Thailand. Her parents are from Thailand, so it's crazy how similar some countries may have with names and stuff. Cause I thought tuk-tuk, tuk-tuk, if you guys don't know, tuk-tuk is it's like a taxi, but it's not like a regular car. It's you guys have to look it up, but it's like a type of motorcycle type of car, and it doesn't have doors, and there's like a bench, and it's just open air. So yeah, that's something interesting I wanted to share, that that's like a car taxi. Tuk-tuk is like a car taxi, and it's funny how Min's like Thailand, has the same name as that.
And on Independence Day, they decorate the tuk-tuks very creatively. If you see a tuk-tuk, and I think in Thailand they might do the same, but they customize their tuk-tuk, and it's so cool, the colors and stuff. And on Independence Day they have like the flag, and they do crazy things, and it's really nice to see.
So like when I was in Thailand, like the tuk-tuk, like it's kind of expensive to go on it actually. Yeah, but like the thing is, like a lot of like locals, they don't use tuk-tuk. Like usually it's only tourists that use them, because like locals, like you usually like rent a motorcycle or like own a car or own a motorcycle. But like you would see like tuk-tuk all over the places. Like there would be lots of them decorated like in flashy colors.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Santi, do you remember if tuk-tuks are expensive in Guatemala?
It kind of varies, because there are certain people. It's funny. It's very interesting if you travel to Guatemala or different countries, mostly in Latin America. From what I know is that you can, if you know that you're looking for if they know that you're looking for a tuk-tuk, you'll see like so many tuk-tuk drivers and come and tell you their prices. And if it's too expensive, sometimes people say, no, I don't want it, and then they will lower their price. But normally one thing that I do when I go to Guatemala is, my mom says that here in the United States, one of the benefits we have is like it's a fixed price. So if you have like a taxi, this is the amount and that's the amount. But in other countries, you can kind of make a deal and lower a price. But my mom tells me that sometimes that's bad, or she doesn't like it, because sometimes when you ask the person to lower the price, they will do a very, very low price, but at the end of the day, they don't have a profit, because they would rather give you a very low price and take you than having nothing at all. So, but you can, kind of get your way to having a very low price.
Yeah, I agree. it's so funny because like when I go to Guatemala, it's different if you speak Spanish and if you don't speak English. Like, I mean, if you only speak English, because there was one time there was like my aunts are like, Annalie, don't speak English, speak Spanish only, because when you're in family, like it can be really expensive going out and hanging out. So, if they see that you speak English, they might think, you have money and stuff, but like maybe that's not the case. So, they do pay attention on that. And yeah, there was one time where um they charged us more, like my mom and me, more than my aunt, like 5 minutes after they came. We were gonna go to a submarine and they charged us more. So it's just funny how that is. I mean, I'm not complaining, it's their jobs, like, but it is funny, how it's like that. But yeah, I mean, I definitely recommend that you should go visit Guatemala. I visited La Antigua and it's very pretty. Um, it's very touristic, definitely very touristic.
I think it's the same for Thailand because like when I went there on vacation to like the tropical islands, like you have to get on a boat, right? So like I obviously speak Thai, and then my parents also speak Thai, and then there was like a group of like Chinese tourists with us, and then like we went on that same boat, and like the guy that was like driving the boat, he was like, oh yeah, it's like 350 for them, and then it's like 150 for us. And then like we got like water and food from the guy too. He was like, oh yeah, because you're like locals, we don't like overcharge you like for the price. And I'm like, oh, that's convenient. But yeah, I guess it's because like the currency too. So like, because like how like America and like other countries have different currency, I think it's because of that too, you know.
Yeah, like here in the United States, $1 is 7 quetzales, around that. That's the currency for Guatemala. So like a dollar cost more than 1 quetzal. So yeah, they do charge more if you know you're from United States or from Canada. But yeah, I mean, that's all we have for today. I hope you guys did learn a little bit about Guatemala, um or like a bit history of the Central America.
The end of our show for the week. Make sure to catch us next Friday at 4 p.m. on Instagram and Facebook at TayRadio Marin. Hope you enjoy the show. See you guys.